How long ago was this?
I started in 2009, so it's like 15 years ago.
I know.
Yeah.
2009 is kitambo like that already.
Yeah, 2009 is kitambo like
we are old.
Yeah.
Are we old already?
I know, right? These are the signs. Anyway, yeah, proceed.
We are thinking we are Gen Zs. Anyway.
Yo, don't even talk about age when you're engaging with millennials, because the reality is hitting us right now. That we're getting to, 40s.
In 2009.
Yeah, man.
about to retire.
What? But anyway, they say millennials will forever be childish.
Kabisa.
Proceed.
Yeah, that's the beauty of us. So like I said, when I started, ideally it wasn't like what I wanted.
Yeah.
It was by the way, while I wait to go back to what I thought would be what I'll be doing for the rest of my life. I used to be an actress before, so I thought that would be my life. But yeah, life happened. Ended up bartending.
Yeah.
And the curiosity that made me, like I would say, the one thing that made me want to, win at it, not literally, but be good at it, was I wanted to challenge this men's world.
You wanted to stand out.
Yeah, I wanted to stand out because I was like, how come it's men? Queenie, what's wrong with women?
It's true.
How come we don't have women doing this?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know of any. Then it was only one Kenyan lady that I used to know who was a bartender.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of helped me out because she also became a good friend of mine. And I was like, what happens to women?
Yeah.
How come it's all about men? Or even if you're like a woman in the bartending industry, it's like, but can he make me the drinks? Because even the consumers or the customers never used to trust you.
They used to prefer guys.
Yeah, they never used to trust you, like you're good enough to be able to make that drink.
Yeah.
But now things have changed, thankfully. Yeah, people are appreciating that they know that this is a career. Like, actually, it's a career. Because before it was like, okay, so you're doing bartending and then?
Yeah.
These are jobs that people were doing when they're in uni or college.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's not just a career, now it's a whole industry.
Yeah,
with
it's a
awards.
whole industry. It's like...
Guys are rated.
And the beauty of it, there's no age limit to this. You can do this for the rest of your life. So,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even when you're like in your 60s, you're just there mixing and shaking bottles.
Yeah, I say I'll be one of those grandmas with their shaky hands over here.
But let me ask you, I want to go straight to the point.
Okay.
Let's talk about some of the things that you managed to achieve in that industry. Your awards.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah. Talk to us.
So one of my first achievements was, and the one that put me on the limelight, and also thanks to the company that I was working for, like it did a lot of PR for me and all that. So that's what's kind of like catapulted me into it. So this was World Class. When I won World Class, it's called the Diageo World Class Bartending Competition. It's a global competition. So about 56 countries globally participate in it. So it's 56 bartenders who get to go to the finals. Yeah. And so that's what put me on the limelight because it was also the first time like people were seeing a female bartender being on top, and they were like, oh, so women bartend.
But how did that happen? Did you like apply to get into the competition? Did somebody nominate you? I mean, walk us through that process. So what happens
in the competition is like there's an announcement. They do announce that the competition is happening, so you send in your submissions. So and then they will shortlist you, and then after the shortlisting, now you get to go like physically compete, and then now from there there's another shortlist again, and then now you do the finals. Then now after the finals, they get to decide. So there's no nomination or anything. It's just your skill, your knowledge, and how.
So what makes you stand out creatively? Because clearly, I mean, you have something special going on.
So one, I'm a storyteller thanks to my acting.
Also incorporates that.
I love storytelling. Yes, and like I remember one of the things that made me stand out during that competition was the way I incorporated stories, and stories meaning every cocktail of mine was based on a movie. So how those movies were, like the way the movies were, I was bringing out that kind of how will I put it? You could experience that. So if it's based on where the movie comes from, or based, say there was like I did one with a movie, I don't remember the name of the movie, but it was the Blue Lagoon. Yeah, that was the movie. So the Blue Lagoon, and then it was a blue cocktail. So the story is about the beach and all that. So I did also something else that was, I think it was a Mexican movie, so it was Mexican flavors. So every movie that I was telling had a story to it.
So I want to ask you a very crazy question. Have you done like an erotic movie? coffee type cocktail going on?
Yes, Kevin.
I need to know these things. You know, I'm trying to put everything into
You got us
perspective.
covered.
That's what you're thinking too, yeah?
I would say I'm crazy, but I'm also shy.
Oh,
yeah. So it takes a lot
that's
to.
scary, yeah.
So it
Don't
takes a
strike
lot
me as a
to.
shy girl.
Yeah. I'm actually shy.
Yeah, she looks shy.
Yeah, people think I'm not because
Yeah.
like when I'm in my element, like I'm in my element.
Nice.
But ideally, I'm such a shy person.
Right.
But then if you want to go that way, oh, you can
you're
stop
willing to
this.
play,
Yeah. Like it's like you don't want to open that box.
Yeah,
Just let it be.
I like that. Yeah, so what other awards are we talking about? How many are there? Like, I'm sure there are a
So,
bunch.
So the biggest bartending award
Yeah.
I've gotten is that.
Yeah.
But now the other awards that have come in my showcasing of my talent, because after that competition I didn't compete in any other competition, but then I kind of stood out in things that I kept doing.
Yeah.
So one also of the major things that made me be Samia the brand was I got featured on CNN.
No. Good stuff.
So
Good stuff.
I think the only other time I've seen CNN Africa featuring a mixologist or a bartender was
Right.
just, I think the other day with Larry or something.
Yeah, damn.
But yeah, so being the first woman to be featured on CNN Africa,
Yeah.
and especially in bartending, coming from Africa, that was also a big thing.
Did that come as a surprise?
Yeah, it did. It was weird. I would say it was weird because the year I was doing world class, it was more about the women in bartending industry. So like it was showcasing that, and I happened to be the only one who was from Africa and actually African.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Girl,
So
you are good.
having the
Yeah.
cameras following me around
Yeah.
was kind of like, who is she? Like, what's up with her?
Right.
Where are cameras following her? But it was a good thing. It was a good thing. Also, got international interviews on magazines and all that. So it kind of also put a picture or put Kenya on the map that actually we have
100%.
good bartenders in Kenya. And I might have been privileged to have been able to participate and all that, but there are also good bartenders here.
Yeah, 100%. You
Yeah.
know, when you're speaking, I'm thinking of this mixology skill as an art. I'm looking at it as a creative
Yes,
endeavor.
yes.
Like you need to bring in something different.
Yeah.
And just to imagine how you stood out of all those countries, 56, for example, in the first award that you just mentioned. Let me ask you, what's that one creative recipe that you have for a cocktail that you know this one is just the one? This is your go-to.
Oh my
when
God.
you're trying to leave an impression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get asked that a lot.
Yeah.
But there's no one cocktail that I would say this is my favorite cocktail that I can create. But the thing is, I can create a cocktail for you based on you.
Based on my liking.
Yes, based on your liking, I can make you a cocktail.
Yeah.
If you want a Kev Matara cocktail,
Yeah.
I'll make you a Kev Matara
Good
cocktail.
stuff.
Yes.
So I just have to tell you what I'm thinking, and then you come up with the recipes.
Yeah, like ideally
Yeah.
what you like,
Yeah.
what tastes you like, and
Yeah.
I can create one for you.
So how do you balance between being overly creative and, of course, expectations of customers?
Yeah, that backfires at times because,
Yeah.
to me, I'll be thinking, oh, this is the best thing that I've ever created for you. And then you'll taste it and you'll be like, I thought you were the best, but I don't like it. So
Wow.
it kills you. It
Yeah,
kills you.
yeah.
But then again, I can't control your taste because I create
Yeah.
according to how best I interpret what you said. So yeah, at times it backfires and
Yeah.
it hurts, but I try to fix it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're a professional. So you're good.
yeah, I'll try to fix it. But now you see, like, I was making it with so much love. Now I'm more careful. So
Correct.
I'll end up making you ideally a basic thing because I don't want to get wrong again. Yeah.
yeah.
So there's that. But it happens.
Yeah.
it
So
happens.
if let's say I've never been to a specific joint that you're in, and then it's your night, you're there, you're feeling creative, the energy is amazing, and then I come and approach you. I'm like, Samia, come on, recommend for me something. I'm feeling excited.
Yeah.
It's my wedding day, man. I'm here. What are we talking about?
So there I'll be like, I got you. Yeah. So say maybe I know you're either a whiskey, vodka,
Yeah.
gin person.
I'm a whiskey person.
Yeah. So if you're a whiskey person, I'll be
Yeah.
like, I got you.
Yeah.
So I'll just buzz up something.
Yeah.
And I'll
Do you have
give
anything in mind
disclaimer.
already, or are you just going to be creative right there and then?
It's just using the ingredients that I have
Okay.
at that moment
Yeah.
because I'm more of a I'm spontaneous. I'm very spontaneous even in life, apart from even me making drinks. So it's my thing. So just look at what I have at the moment and then just create something.
Okay.
Bringing it back home kidogo. I'm looking at the whole bartending and mixology industry. It has taken a whole new turn in these times that we are right now. Forgive my naivety kidogo. I actually recently came to discover that there are even schools for this. There are people who are doing trainings for mixology, and it's a whole thing. Guys go to school and study for this. What do you feel is say the difference in perception back then kitambo and right about now, because it has really grown?
So I would say what was there before is, yes, people would go to bars, they would drink, but then I think back then it was people used to go to shots at Mwenda's and all that, and then you'll have something just mixed up underneath, and then
just like a cocktail, and you're good to go.
Yeah, but I think we were just behind time. We didn't have the exposure of actually knowing what cocktails, like we knew cocktails, but then we didn't know the art behind making a cocktail. So the thing was, we thought mixology was just mix something as long as
anyone can do it.
The most lethal it is, the better it is, you know.
That's what I know.
Yo, what are the rules for Kenya? Is
That's what I know. That's why
because even now we still have people who are like, I don't feel alcohol or don't put ice. There are reasons behind all these things, and there's a reason why, say, a specific cocktail will have ice on it, or another cocktail won't have ice on it. So there are like kind of unspoken rules of cocktails that are behind making each drink. But I think also we lacked exposure, and now with exposure and people have traveled, so there's that, and then the curiosity behind it, because now people have traveled, they see these things happening in other countries, so they'll come back and be like, why is this not happening in Kenya? Or now they understand why things are like this.
Are we having more people embrace it as a course maybe now after for professional work right about now, maybe after the schools and everything? Are we having now more people embrace it as a job, as a profession?
As a profession, yes, but someone, I think maybe the Gen Zs, or not even the Gen Zs, maybe Gen Alphas now will be able to be like, when I grow up, I want to be a bartender. Now it will be like, because they have seen it happen. But I don't think anybody has left school saying, I'm going to be a bartender, because I think if you tell that to your parents, they will be like, are you serious? Like, it's still being... Okay, or the way I view it is still being seen as, okay, maybe I didn't do well in school.
Oh, really?
And then, so this is
one of those fallback courses
that I can do, and then while I find my way up, or because also most people who start bartending like that, they don't survive. They're like, I really don't want this, or I wouldn't like to introduce myself. Or what do you do? I'm a bartender.
Right.
And it's like, okay, it's a job.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Have you got anything?
Yes, I'm just curious. Citygurl is just wondering.
Yeah.
Do you mean that cocktails are not killer drinks?
They're not killer drinks.
They shouldn't be killer drinks.
They shouldn't be.
You know what I mean by killer drinks? When I want to get to 0 to 100 very fast. That's how I...
Because I feel like that's the perception.
That's the perception I
have. But say cocktails... there's classifications. Like if you want the killer cocktails, there's the killer cocktail. If you want something refreshing, if you want something just subtle, it's a whole array of flavors. It depends with what you're looking for. But ideally, a cocktail shouldn't be like, I drink it, I'm like, 0 to 100, like you're saying.
Shouldn't be,
No, there are cocktails you can sip the whole day.
Yeah.
The whole day,
Yeah,
because you're like,
with a cocktail.
Yeah, because that's the idea. You're meant to enjoy.
have a conversation.
I don't want to kind of
have one cocktail, and then it's like, because I think also people look at value for money when they're buying cocktails. They're like, this one glass for 1,000. It better take me.
It better knock me out.
It better take me.
That's how I order.
Yeah,
that's how I order.
But it's supposed to be a chill drink.
The stronger the better.
The stronger the better.
Because you're thinking, you're equating it to kama ni bia hizo zingekuwa bia mbili ama tatu, depending on where you're drinking, and then it's like, I know me a cocktail for 1,000 bob. No, but now we have places even that have cocktails for 3,000, even 5,000 bob. You can, and it's a glass and a small one,
and it doesn't get me to kino.
and no,
Just leaves me around Westland.
itakuacha tu hapa Capital Center.
Let me ask you, Samia, what's the most challenging thing about that craft?
I think I think first of all is people look down on you. Yeah, first of all.
Yeah.
It's like people people don't believe it's a job still.
Yeah.
Still there are people who don't believe like you can have a career out of this. It's like bartender. Okay, sawa, you know?
Yeah.
And also the way people perceive you, it's like one day everyone thinks if you're bartender, you're an alcoholic. You're not an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are bartenders who don't even drink.
I would
they
imagine.
don't drink.
Yeah.
So you do not, or people get into the craft thinking, hey, now I'm going to the bar, I'll be drinking as much as I can.
Right.
Yeah, so it's not a drinking competition. Also, it does not mean that you're an alcoholic.
Yeah.
And again, also, it doesn't mean that you know everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you know everything. And then the other challenging thing, I think also, people need to pay people for their skills.
Yeah, or some people don't pay their
I'm
worth.
such an advocate for bartenders and hospitality people, because people need to pay people's worth. That for me is the gospel that I preach.
And I can also imagine, like, you got to be creative.
Yeah, you have to be creative.
Yeah.
Also, we are not paying just because.
Yeah.
You have to show what value it is that you're bringing, because if you can, anyone can mix. Even you can mix. Like, literally anyone can mix. But the thing is, what sets you apart from that other person?
Yeah, man, I can imagine.
What sets you apart? So creativity is part of it. Understanding your flavors, knowing your craft properly, and being knowledgeable at it.
Speaking of knowledgeable, how do you keep up with the latest trends in the game?
You have to keep reading, either reading, researching, watching YouTube videos and all that, what other bartenders are doing, and following all these great bartenders out there, because if you're not on social media, then you don't necessarily have to be, but also to be known, you have to put yourself out there, because nobody knows what you're doing. Like, you might be making these amazing drinks, but nobody knows about you. And right now, the way the world is you need to be out there. People need to see you.
Yeah, man.
Then we've seen Samia.
You almost need to be like a celebrity.
Yeah. Let's go to her bar. Let's see what she's preaching is what she's doing. And if the drinks are good, then you'll have a following. Like, also, people will come for you.
That's what I imagine. Kwanza, I've seen your social media game is so impressive. What's the most memorable feedback or comment a fan ever made when they tasted some of your cocktails?
Luckily, I have people who love my cocktails. I would say, like I have a following for people whom I'll be like, oh, I'm doing a shift at a certain place, and they will definitely come. They'll come to support because they know I never disappoint. I would say, let me put it on. I have had a very negative one, and I had to delete that whole.
Oh no! Yeah.
Yes.
No, but not even on social media. Like even face to face.
Yeah. So social media one. Let me start with the social media one. There's this. It was a garnish that I'd put on a cocktail. Yo, this guy just went out on me. I'm like, dude, shideni nini,
what was his problem?
He's like, how do you garnish with a banana? Bananas are, hey, I'm like, dude, see you focus on your thing. This is my thing. And of course, it's not being served like this. It's just for photo ops,
Yeah.
I was like, but that thing hurt me, because the way he explained it, I'm like, yo, I just deleted everything.
You're like, hey, that hurt.
Sour. You could have just said that banana maybe, or don't even say something, just say you don't like it. I think if he just said I don't like it, that would have been okay. It's not for everyone. And same on a one-on-one, I think I've had a drink thrown at me.
No way.
I've had a drink thrown at me.
What?
Because I made this guy the drink, but then I think his idea was not about the drink. He was flirting, and then I'm making the drink.
And you didn't get it.
I didn't get it. So I'm there giving you the drink, and I'm like, okay, enjoy. I'm moving on, and he's like, excuse me. I'm like, see, I've given you your drink. What, you don't think you're supposed to smile at me, smile at your customers, Nini? So he started ranting at me.
He had a long day.
And then I was busy. I'm like, dude, see, I've given you your drink, so just let me be. I don't understand why a woman is working behind the bar if you're not here to get men, but so there's also that. But I would say I'm grateful because most of the feedback that I've gotten has been positive. Yeah, has been positive.
All right. Corazon?
I think the most interesting thing is I just heard there's a banana flavor.
Yeah, you can make
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Please mention a couple. I don't want you to mention a couple of flavors that you throw in.
Okay, so mostly one of my I think my biggest skill set and what most of my cocktails are they're based on. I love food. I love food.
Yeah.
So I love incorporating food flavors and I love using as natural ingredients as much as I can. So I'm not a syrups person. And most of my cocktails are not on the sweeter side. You know, the way someone will be like, I want very sweet. But the sweetness in my cocktails comes from natural sweetness. Either because a banana is sweet. If I make a cocktail with a banana, it will be sweet.
Right.
Yeah. If like I make even something with like the Moratina, that will be sweet. It will be sweet.
That would be cool. Yeah.
It's because it's just finding ingredients that give, for example, the sweet flavor for it to be sweet as opposed to adding sugar.
All right.
So mostly I play around mostly with food products or like say herbs. I love herbs a lot. I'm not a fan of fruits per se, but I like exotic fruits as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And how do you handle like a very long shift, you know, in terms of energy and being creative all night, man? What's your ritual? How do you stay sharp and active?
I smoke. Anyway.
Case closed.
Yeah.
Now we know. We feel you. We feel you, guys.
How you mixing next? You're gonna
That makes sense. That makes
That's
sense.
the next joint.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I know where she is. So that's your ritual.
But ideally, you know, at times you can't get out. Yeah, you can't get out from the shift, so you have to be there. But trying to keep energies up. It's one thing I've seen that is happening in some bars, which I recommend, but I condone at the same time.
Why do you condone?
I don't condone it in a bad way, but it's like it's a good thing and it's also a bad thing if the people who are working behind that bar don't have control. Yeah, that's how like I can condone it. If that person doesn't have control, because this is a job that requires a lot of discipline.
I can imagine, yes.
If you're not
true.
disciplined, if you do not have self-control like this, you can turn into an alcoholic.
You're going to start
very
sipping
fast.
your own
Yeah,
work.
very, very fast.
Try me.
Yeah.
Try me.
I don't trust you at that
Try me
counter.
on the deck.
Because like when I went to work for Bacardi as the Bacardi ambassador, I got excited. It was exciting because it was, this is a lot of alcohol and I'm responsible for it.
Exactly.
So this is now not me being behind the bar, it's me being responsible for the alcohol. So it's a job that you can easily fall off the track. But I've lost my trail of thought. What was I saying in terms of now how to keep during the shift? So discipline is a must, but at times it's so chaotic you need just to have a shot. You just need to have a shot.
It doesn't hurt.
It won't hurt, and that's why I'm saying like it depends with the person there. You understand this shot is not like now we are taking shots. Because also the thing of like say you're my friend, you've come to my bar, I'm giving you shots. If for the very professional people, I'll just take water, and that's why we like giving people tequila, because they can put water in my shot and be like, cheers. But I'm taking water, you guys are taking tequila. Because if I do like a Jaeger, you know, you'll see if it's water, you'll be like, what are you drinking?
Yeah, I can imagine. People always forget that they would imagine you're also the life of the party.
But then I'm also working.
Yeah, you're being a professional.
And I need to be focused.
That's my expectation.
And I need to be.
Why not even parting like this?
That's what you would expect of her.
Absolutely. The energy is there because you know you used to be like you're an entertainer,
Almost,
so you need to entertain people.
Oh, interesting.
But then at times the energy levels is
so when you say you're an
so
entertainer, so you need to like have moves for the night, how you can shake the bottles,
ideally
themes,
and also entertaining can be in how I'm talking to you, you know, because I need to talk to like 10 people at the same time, so it's just to know Corazon, I'll tell you this, Kev, I'll tell you that, Kitten, I'll tell you this, just to keep you.
You're
just waiting for. I'm waiting for her to come back. Kumbe, I'm on the other side talking
that's
to the
such a powerful
20th person.
skill to please everyone, man.
But you need to
keep
be
them
able
excited.
to kind of please everyone. Keep them excited, because if you're bored and you're seated at my bar, you will leave. I need you to keep buying.
So that means you're a good conversationalist.
Yes.
Like that's such a powerful skill.
One of the things that is bothering me right now, when chicks order, do they have a particular flavor they go for?
So like,
Because I know I go for sweet most of the
Yeah,
time.
most-
I know I can answer that.
And I can give
have
you
some
what
vodka
is
and
my
cranberry,
reason.
please.
so most of them will be like, I want a cocktail. I want the sweetest
The
one.
sweetest, yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Particular flavor?
Yeah.
Particular flavor?
Has to have some cranberry
I
in
think,
there.
I think it's
Cranberry.
fruity flavors. It's fruity so cranberry and vodka. That's like what because most girls or most women like cosmopolitan. So cosmopolitan is with cranberry.
I know you're trying to maintain your weight as well.
So you choose a struggle.
Other reasons.
Yeah, choose a struggle. If you when did a cocktail ever make you fat? Never.
Yeah, anyway, go
but
on.
fruity flavors. Most
Fruity flavors,
most
yeah.
women
Fruity.
like fruity,
Yeah.
or the things with syrups. Yes.
What about guys?
Ideally
Yeah.
that.
What about
And-
guys?
But I don't judge because nowadays, funny enough, women are drinking more whiskey than men are drinking whiskey.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't judge. I'll
I am
be
not
like,
women.
yeah, I'll be like, what would you like?
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't. You just walk into my band. I'll be like,
Yeah.
I know what you want. I know you want a sweet cocktail. No, because if I walked into any band, someone told me that I look like a sweet cocktail, I'll be offended because I don't take sweet cocktails.
Sounds like a compliment
Yeah.
to me, though.
Out of curiosity, I have a question. I've been in very many parties and many events where we have self-proclaimed mixologists. What's one of the biggest mistakes that people make whenever it comes to mixing and these amateurs or self-proclaimed mixologists? What are some of the biggest mistakes people make?
So what I would say, like I mentioned earlier, anyone can mix.
Yes.
Yeah, anyone can mix, and that's someone will go be like, oh, I'm a mixologist.
Because I've been in setups where very many people offer and claim to be very good at mixology.
Yeah, but then the things that are coming from
whatever happens after.
yes.
I want you to mix.
Yeah. Me?
I'll try you, yeah.
Yeah.
So first
Yeah,
of
you
all,
have to
one
learn.
of a red flag
Yeah.
of an imposter mixologist.
I like that.
if there is a word like that,
Yes.
one, that person will end up being drunk than you, who is the guest. Yeah, because for them it's about how much alcohol. If already this person is drunk even before starting work, that's a red flag. Two, if this person, but now this comes from also if you're the consumer and you understand flavors from how they are mixing. There are things you'll be like, I don't think those things go together.
Okay.
You know.
So
Yeah,
you just don't mix stuff.
Yeah,
'cause
you just
can.
don't mix stuff.
Yeah.
There are things that go together, there are things that don't go together,
Yeah.
or there is the way that your professionalism will be in question.
Yeah.
But then you need to know for you to, to see it. So also, if you don't know, then
What's the
think
golden
it's okay.
rule of making a dope cocktail? Standard golden rule can apply you can apply anywhere around the world.
It has to be balanced. It has to be
yeah.
balanced. Whether you're having your Long Island, the one that people like most,
Yeah.
it has as much as it's like super alcoholic, it has to be balanced. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter like how alcoholic it is, but it has to be balanced.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Balance is the golden rule.
Nice. So I see we're about to wrap up the conversation. It's 8:37. Guys, we are so excited because we have Samia Joan. She's a beverage specialist and an award-winning mixologist. Today we're talking the art of mixology. As we wrap up, do you also share your skills with younger Kenyans maybe?
Yeah, actually, I'm very good at training.
Ah, nice. That's what you do sometimes.
I've trained about 3,000 bartenders in Kenya. So
what?
Yeah, so
God,
And how
are
you just saying that
saucy.
casually?
Yeah, man, like it's nothing.
That's an aura.
Wow, that's impressive. Go you.
yeah. But for me, what I say, my legacy is to make better bartenders, because that helps the whole industry, as opposed to me opening my own bar and I have maybe the best. I wouldn't want that. I want to, and I'm so knowledgeable. Yeah, like
I
I'm
can
so
tell.
knowledgeable,
Yeah.
and I like people asking me questions. I like helping out. So I'm like, if I die right now, where am I taking this knowledge?
what are you
It's
leaving
such a
behind?
waste. And people invested in me to, for me to be able to be where I am right now, to gain this much knowledge that I have. I want to share it.
Right.
So for me, my legacy is, hopefully, by the time I die, I'll have trained over 10,000
Girl,
people.
you've done
Yeah.
a lot already.
Okay.
And final question. Well, where can we link up with you this weekend? You know, where's the party at?
I'm on leave. Thank you.
Oh.
But I will give you. I'll give you something to look out for in October.
Good stuff.
So October there's a cocktail event that I used to do. It used to be called Bar Culture. So it used to happen at Tapas Ceviche at Westgate.
Right.
Yeah, but now we are moving it to the Art Cafe Gastro in Westlands.
Oh, fantastic.
So please, every Thursday starting October, come for the Bar Culture.
Girl, you know we're
and then
turning up heavy.
you get to see me.
Can I be excused every Thursday?
Yes.
October.
Nah, after 10 is when we can excuse you.
It's very, very much allowed after 10.
Yeah, by 10.
It's
by
7 to 10. Oh, no.
Thank you.
It's 7 to 10.
Oh,
Officially.
sir. Just, we'll see.
Yeah, you can fall sick one
Twice a month.
Thursday. Yeah, just fall sick one
All the Thursdays in October.
One Thursday.
Yeah.
So all Thursdays in October, catch me at Cafe Gastro in Westlands.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
You're such an amazing soul, you know. You're doing good
you.
stuff,
Very,
man.
very
You will see me there.
Real.
You don't want to see me ordering after my third cocktail.
You please come.
You're just looking for 0 to 100 real quick.
100.
That is Samia Joan, like I said, beverage specialist and an award-winning mixologist. It's all about the art of mixology. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you.
Nice. All right. So when we come back, what are we talking about, my guy 10?
We'll be talking about
Cruising the internet.
Yeah, we're cruising the internet.
Yeah.
There's some changes that have happened in the police force. We have a new inspector general.
Already?
Yeah, already.
Nice.
I'll be mentioning that as we cruise the internet more.
Easy. So also in the next hour, DJ10 is going to be on the ones and twos for the after hours mix.
Fire, dope mix.
Don't miss out. Let's go.
Pure golden sound and good talk. 94.4 Spice FM.